shit. Same old stuff, man. Different toilet. Yeah, man. Ain't nothing to it, bro. Yeah, that shit sound good, Playboy. Yeah, man. I understand, sir. If don't nobody feel you, I feel you, Playboy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh well, no. Right. We do what we like to do, and then we out. Yep. I understand. I understand, Playboy. I know all too well. It gets taxing. Well, what happened to the old one? Yeah. No go. No go. Yesterday? Yep.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it, Svoboda.
She wasn't having it.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Cowboys will punt this one away.
Peace of mind. That's what we call it. Peace of mind.
Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaches.
Peace of mind, Playboy. We're going to keep it simple.
Pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these guys are the leaders. These guys get everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Which one?
Part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered on.
At the 45 on his way. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
You'll take 4 yards on a 1st down every time. 2nd and 6.
I know when you said that. I know you about to send something. I know what that means.
Running the football on 1st down.
I know exactly what that meant.
And I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right
I
there.
said, he.
I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Wilson to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And
Hee
he'll take it
hee.
in, and they couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Utes! And with the
Hit that
extra
Magic
point, they
Johnson.
go to
Hee
the center of
hee.
the game. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from
Passes the
43
bird.
yards
Hee
out for a touchdown
hee.
pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. The last time we saw this
Uh-oh. I know what
offense
that
quick
means.
goes a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last
Yeah,
drive.
boy. Hey, see, oh, you got this. You said caramel? Okay, yeah. You, yeah, buddy. I know you did.
Those plays that you know
Well, you are wild, boy. This, you have a notification.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And chunks
You have a
away from the bottom
notification.
of the game, and they get one here before the defense
Buddy,
finally
what?
makes a stop. They'll snap it from the 39, first
Oh,
and 10.
oh, I understand. I feel you.
Running back searching for a hole.
Do you
And he'll pick up
do your
1.
thing
Brings
then?
up 2nd and 9.
Right. Hey, we'll reconvene later on.
in the middle, they're not always the best pass
Yes,
rushers,
sir.
but they are
All right.
strong. And I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people.
Fires and picked off.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down. He's throwing. The DB jumped all over that.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse. And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's close to the first down, and they're going to mark him just a little short. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking down the field. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Movement here from the tight end. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting on this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next end.
Wilson will throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. Initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
This is a top 25 offensive football. I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. Got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Utah! Great catch and run for 6. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? In-line, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Think about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything. And then you reward the big fella, throw him the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything on offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you can find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Svoboda. Got his man quickly. They get him down after he makes the catch.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play. Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D-tackle. To block with one guy, you might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Stanley. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a gap. It's Stanley. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
He'll pull it on the read. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Utes line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter. David, I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something. And you're right. You'll wear your defense out, continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you'll wear your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the back. And the Cowboys get it past the stairs.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Svoboda. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cowboys have this offense rolling. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Hines on the move. He's open on the right. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He finds his man. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
The inside handoff. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wyoming.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
This offense has a second down play. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Motion from the offense. Wilson to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wilson will throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Got room at the 35. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It's complete on the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Svoboda. Coming after. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Off the play fake. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stanley. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Tackle was made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wilson to pass. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Now the play fake. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's King. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down your end zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Nice move to keep moving. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wilson will throw. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The Utes get enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it behind the line. It's Stanley. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Extending the play. He'll pull it down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Utes decide to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Svoboda. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He wants to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs. get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Completes it in the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Stevenson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Cowboys are threatening in the red zone. They'll run it. It's Anderson. Runs through the tackle. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fights off a defender. And he knocked him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
The Utes will move the sticks with the 1st down.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. They go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. On the move is the 30. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And that was just an exceptional read and run by that quarterback.
And it looks easy, but man, the practice hours that goes into this, putting the ball in the running back's belly, and him understanding, like, listen, I'm going to snatch this thing back from you, but you need to act like you're taking it every play. A lot of timing goes.
And this is going to be intercepted, a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job. forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out.
Touchdown, Wyoming! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wilson to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Fast motion from the offense. Gotta have it here on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wilson to pass. Right down the middle. And he got a hand in there. Knocked.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which is...
He lets one fly deep. Reels it in down the left side. Running toward the tape. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown,
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. Line gets set, first down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it when he's panicking.